Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. This is Logan Burgess. Today is Friday the 16th for the weekly wrap-up. Let's turn right over to the platform here and see where we closed off the day. Corn for July trading down 3/4 cent. Corn for December trading up a half penny. Soybeans for old crop July contract down 5 1/4. Soybeans for new crop trading up 3 3/4 cents. And wheat in Chicago down 4 cents. Logan, what was the deal today? We seem to have a little bit of chopping around between old crop and new crop.
You know, it was a relatively quiet day. As you said, we did have active spreading going on both in corn but primarily in the soybean market. You know, as you showed there, we saw the new crop contract gain 8 cents on the July front month just in today's action. Quite a big one-day move there. Really not a lot of new information though in this bean market driving things. We did have a reportable sale of old crop soy oil to the Chinese here today, and additionally we had a sale of 180,000 tons of new crop beans to unknown destinations. So that was really the only information in the bean market today. As I said, kind of just a choppy trade. It looked like we might have seen some unwinding of this premium on the front month that we've seen getting built in now for a couple months here. An important story here for wheat, as we talked about yesterday on GrainTV, there was a tender out from the Egyptians. The entirety of that sale did go to Ukraine, 60,000 tons going to Ukraine there on that sale. So I think this could weigh on wheat futures for two reasons. First of all, it shows that U.S. wheat is not very competitive right now. As we remember yesterday, we had an exceptionally light week of wheat export sales. And additionally, it shows that the Egyptians are comfortable with forward contracting with the Ukrainians. They're comfortable with the ability of Ukraine to be able to deliver on these contracts. And that's been a story that has supported the wheat market here, really as civil unrest has spread in Ukraine. So, you know, on those two issues, wouldn't be surprised if wheat had a little bit more weakness as we start next week. Not a great way to end the week here, I guess, in terms of wheat market fundamentals.
Yeah, definitely. And let's actually switch gears here and move over to the cash market. It is kind of interesting when I was developing these maps today. What you'll notice is that the Northwest is actually increasing in basis here. A lot of those basis gains came from the Northwest. On average across the U.S., we saw corn basis increase 1.5 cents. We saw soybean basis increase 5 cents, but the majority of the basis increases came in that Northwest area. It wasn't uncommon, particularly for soybeans, to see basis improvement of between 15 and 20 cents for that North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota area there for soybeans. On average for that northern plain region, we did see soybeans up about 7 1/4 cents in terms of basis there, and for corn they were up about 3 cents. But I think what's kind of interesting here is that we are seeing improvement during the planting season. Now, one thing to note is that on Monday's report for crop progress, we did see North Dakota only 3% planted compared to being really about 33% planted as of normal. You know, Minnesota was also behind pace. They were only 31% planted. So we are far from the peak of planting season. And I suspect as we get more planters out there rolling this week and next week, we're going to see that reflected in the basis here. So I think, you know, and the reason is because the producers are out there, they're preoccupied with planting, and therefore they're unlikely to deliver grain to the elevators. That'll help them get rid of some of that backlog grain they have stored there. We've heard the story about the logistical problems. So I would suspect that we're going to see some basis improvements here in the next couple weeks in that Northern Plains region.
Well, on Monday here, we will be getting an update from the USDA in terms of crop progress and conditions. We'll have to wait to see how much planting got done in those northern states last week. Additionally, it's going to be important to see how much was done out east. Talking to producers here at Grain Hedge, a lot of guys were stuck from getting in the field due to rain, especially in Illinois, into Indiana. We'll have to see how much got planted there as well. If you're going to be planting here over the weekend or into next week, keep in mind we have a great mobile trading app available now at Grain Hedge. You can visit us over at grainhedge.com and take a 2-week trial of it. Get live quotes from Chicago in the cab of the planter here to keep an eye on the markets, place trades, and even do some charting. So as I said, visit us at grainhedge.com if you're interested to take a look at that. Coming down the pipe here next week for the grain market, as I said, crop progress is going to be out on Monday, EIA on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be getting export sales, and additionally, we have the Chinese selling corn and soybeans at a state reserve, so could be a busy week in terms of market fundamentals. We'll help keep you posted on it here on GrainTV. Thanks a lot for joining us on a Friday. We'll see you on Monday.